So the environment has become much more conducive to entrepreneurs. In the recent past, I think it's a lot easier for Indian businesses to set up in India. Yes, there are foreign companies that come in, and mostly those companies come in because they have a technology advantage. It's not for any other reason. India is seen as a large market. It's a large market size, and every company, of course, wants to be here now, given that the market size is so large. However, Indian companies are also developing technologies. So whilst you may not see it in your manufacturing space as much as you'll see it in the services space, or as much as in the e-commerce and the .com space. So it varies in what kind of space you're looking at. We've seen a lot of innovation happen in the e-commerce space. You've seen a lot of innovation happen in tech, in India itself. One of the largest platforms for innovation is the App Store, and that really is the largest platform ever created for innovation. And there's a lot of entrepreneurs in India that are also sort of playing around in that space. Yes, in manufacturing, technology is key, of key importance. And as companies develop technology or bring in joint ventures, which is also a way of being an entrepreneur, this is sort of increasing. And we've seen that in the auto component industry. We're a very good example of an industry that has really grown to become globally competitive with any company around the world. So for our specific business, we see India as a hub. Definitely, we see a huge advantage of manufacturing India, from a cost perspective as well. And the companies like ours that will become or create this kind of manufacturing platform will happen because of volume. And as volumes increase in India and what you export, we're more and more closer to becoming a hub. So yes, I definitely see a greater stress on Indian businesses expanding in the Indian space itself. Again, when I look at our own business, I'd rather have a large a manufacturing base here than anywhere else, because this is easier for me to sort of control in terms of tomorrow there's a downturn in another country, etc. At least I can divert capacity somewhere else. So our business is focusing on expanding in India. And I've said this over and over again, our industry is extremely disruptive. We're as disruptive as the fintech industry, I would say. And over the last few years, we've seen a paradigm shift in terms of what's happening in the automotive space. It used to be all about safety, lightweighting, and connectivity. And to that you've added autonomous and electrification. So there's a huge need to be innovative, not just in systems but in processes, innovative in management as well. So there's a huge opportunity as well that comes with that. I think companies are adapting to that. In the Indian space, we're supplying to companies across the globe, and that's because we have the ability to innovate and we have the ability to move at the speed at which the automotive industry is moving. We're seeing in the West, the industry move a lot faster, and you're reading about electrification, you read about autonomous, and I'm pretty certain that it's much sooner than what is being said or what we expect, and therefore you need to continuously innovate your product, you need to continuously innovate your systems, your processes, and your way of thinking. So from a technical perspective, we have a product that we've mastered the technology, and we build all the dies and tooling, etc. for the product that we build, which is again a huge advantage. And then again, we're a company that's able to think and move quick. We're not a bureaucratic company. We're able to make quick decisions. We have management that is able to make quick decisions and has the power to make those decisions on their own. I think that's really the advantage we bring as an organization. So, I feel it's important for entrepreneurs to look at mitigating a risk. When you look at businesses that have been successful, it's because they're out there mitigating a risk that they believe would happen in an industry. So if you look at our example, if you look at the automotive space and with us getting into our business right at the beginning, it was to mitigate a risk. So an entrepreneur looks at business in that way. An entrepreneur must look at business with passion, and they must have passion for the business. Very often entrepreneurs look at businesses as being success being the goal, everything else being a byproduct. And then finally, I feel it's important for entrepreneurs to know scope. It's very important to know what you will do and what you will not do. And it's more important to define exactly what you will not do, because a lot of people get carried away with doing more than what they should be doing, which can lead to not being successful. The other thing that is important is managing fast growth. Entrepreneurs must know how to manage fast growth. Very often businesses fail because people are not able to manage fast growth.